Hello and welcome to this episode of the Gunman. In this video I'll take you through this red Mazda 3 wagon and getting it sprayed. The name of the colour is Velocity Red, colour code is 27A. I'm painting it in Standox base coat, solvent base, and I'm going to be using Duke Zone Clear over the top of that. So this is what we call a 3-stage pearl. So we put this colour down first, which is a solid colour red, and after that we'll then apply 3 coats of the pearl coat. This was actually a new door skin. We put a new shell on the outside of that door, which means that you will have to paint the inside of the door as well, which I've already done. On any other vehicle I would have probably just painted the door off the car, which would allow me to paint the whole door at the same time. But being that it's a red and it's a 3-layer pearl, I decided to paint the inside and get the door bolted on so that when it's out in the sun you're not going to see any colour difference. So here we go with our second coat of base coat. You mainly just want to get your coverage over the door so the whole door is red. The second coat should provide coverage. If you're using water base, it'll probably get a bit better coverage. You might not have to put your second coat on quite as wet. It all depends on the colours. From my experience, reds are always bad for coverage, so good idea to get them bolted on when you're painting panels. See, that's quite wet for base coat, so after this coat I've then gone out, cleaned the gun out, put the top coat colour in, given it probably about 5 minutes, and that will allow it to flash off for the next coat to go on. So as you can see, I'm actually blending this ground coat. If you don't blend it, then you'll see a big line down there where I finished. So even though it's not actually my top coat colour, it still must be blended. I've then given it a quick tack rag over those blends before I put this first coat of top coat colour over. This one's a pretty wet coat too. I'm using the GTI Pro with the HVLP air cap on this job for the base coat. To clear it, I'm actually going to change over to the conventional air cap, which is the T2, the Trans-Tech cap. Reason being, because any of you spray painters out there will know exactly what I'm talking about. These Mazdas, the finish on them is absolutely atrocious. It actually goes against everything that you've when you're learning how to paint. You learn to get the best finish, but these finishes are actually quite dry, and the orange peel is quite bad in them. So I've actually changed over from the HVLP to the conventional cap and thinned the clear out 10% to actually try and make the paint look pretty crap. But here we go with our blend coat of the base coat here. Our first blend over the rear door, and then this is our first effect coat on the front door. Now we'll start doing our blend over this guard. Just careful to keep away from the bumper bar and the bonnet with your colour. I couldn't help coming a little bit probably too close to where that pillar comes up, but as it turned out the colour was quite good anyway when it's out in the sun, which you'll see later. So here's our first coat of clear. Probably going quite quick. You just want it just to close up, and as I said, 10% reducer, because I'm actually trying to match the orange peel or match the texture in the finish on this job, which is really quite shit. So if this was a European car, I would have probably used no reducer in the clear, put my HVLP air cap on, and just bombed it on, just got it on really nice and wet, but I'm trying to maintain the rest of the peel with the rest of the car. I've got this pressure set at about 1.8, 1.9 bar for this, and just going nice and quick. Depending on the paint system you're using, this colour will actually be a little bit different. I'm using Standox on this one, and they recommend no ground coat. Yet I turned it into a 3-layer peel, and I put my own ground coat down because it takes about 6 or 7 coats to cover without that ground coat. So Glazer it, I've used this same colour, and they put a white ground coat down and then 3 coats of the red over the top. So it's not a true 3-layer. In the top layer has mainly mixing clear mixed with just pearl, so it is a 3-layer, but it's not a true 3-layer. So this is our last coat clear. As you can see, always take note of, I painted through that those door gaps there, and I'm not actually painting up to them, because if you paint right up to them you can end up doubling up over that door gap and you can get a big thick edge there, and they just look pretty crap, really, to be honest. And yeah, I'll try to stay away from the door edges when I'm actually painting the clear. So this is the colour out the outside in the direct sunlight. You can see it blended out quite nice. There's no colour difference on that pillar there. A quick look at it once it's been polished and been detailed and washed up. And it should be quite happy. So thanks for watching this video, and this has been another Gunman production. Goodbye.